Hey everyone, change of scenery today. I'm here with Ali Briggs Miller, owner of My Yoga Well, and her daughters Vida and Olive, who are going to help Mum to show us some yoga poses that you can do at home. I'm going to hand over to Ali to tell us a bit about her business.
Awesome, thanks so much, Ben. So My Yoga Well is a yoga business, as you might have guessed. I run in Horsham at the special school and have a variety of classes for adults and for kids. And I guess the main purpose of it is just about helping people to connect with themselves a bit better, to help them manage their physical health with strength and mobility and balance, and help them manage their mental health as well with stress management strategies and ways to kind of get through life with a bit more calmness and a bit more peace and clarity. So that's a bit about me, and yeah, we'll get stuck into some yoga.
All right, so now Ali and the girls are going to go through and show us the top 4 yoga poses that you can be doing with your kids every morning to start the day. Over to you, Ali and the girls, who are going to show us these poses.
So the first pose we're going to look at is grounding. And while it's not a specific pose in itself, it's a great strategy to use to bring our thoughts or our focus back into the present moment. So kids, like adults, are really good at thinking about things that have already happened or things that might be coming up ahead. And so it's a really good sort of stress management strategy, a way of helping us stay calm and focused. And so we can do this while we're standing or sitting or lying. We want to get comfortable, and we're sitting down today, so we'll just let our hands rest wherever they are. We're going to bring our eyes closed. If kids are ever uncomfortable with their eyes closed, they can just look down on the floor in front of them. And so we're just going to take a moment to notice all of the parts of our body that are touching the ground underneath us. So it might be your feet, it might be your legs and your bottom, your back if you're lying down. And then from all of those points, seeing if we can soften and imagine that we're really, really heavy. We're sinking down into the ground underneath us. And if you're sitting or standing, while our legs and our bottom are soft and heavy, we want to stretch our spine up tall as well. Reaching up tall and just staying for a few brief moments. We don't want to take too long with kids. They don't always have the greatest attention spans. And then we gently wiggle our fingers and toes, open our eyes, and we're ready to move on to the next thing. So the next pose we're going to have a go at is tree pose. And this is a great pose for developing strength and balance. And it also helps with focus. So balances require us to really concentrate on what we're doing. If we're thinking about other things, we won't be able to balance very well. So it's a great way to bring that focus back to what kids are doing and when you want them to concentrate. So we start by just taking one foot out to the side, and we can just put that heel on top of the other foot. So that's a great starting point. Lots of kids don't have particularly great balance, so you can start them with that. If that feels really good for them, they might like to bring their foot onto their leg, either below the knee, or they might even be able to pick it up and bring it above the knee. And whichever option they get to is totally fine. They can keep their hands on their hips for a bit more balance. They might like to bring their hands together, or they could start to lift them up, knowing that when they bring the arms up overhead, it makes it a bit trickier to balance. So see how you go with that. Or you might even want to hold hands and hold on to someone next to you to have a go. And then we're gently going to come back down. We're going to let go of that leg. We have a little bit of a walk side to side in between each one. And we come over to the other foot. So our foot can go on top of our other foot. It can go below our knee or up above our knee. I'll try not to knee you in the head there, Bea. Again, wherever we get to is totally fine. We want to feel a little bit of those wobbles. That's our proprioceptors working out where we are in space and how to keep us upright. And the more interactive and fun you can make the poses, sometimes the more engaged kids get. So I often like to try and blow our trees over. So ready, guys? I'm going to count to 3 and try and blow over. 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at those strong, straight trees. Pretty good. Now we gently release and come back down. So the next pose we're going to look at is twists. And twists are really great for unraveling tension and stress. So when you're twisting through your body, you can almost imagine that wringing out of any worries, any anxiety, things like that. And again, we'll just do a seated one first, and then I'll show you a version you can do lying down as well. And the lying down ones are great if you've just woken up in bed in the morning or it's before bed at night. So with our twists, we sit on our bottom with our legs crossed, and we stretch our spines up tall. We're going to take one arm out in front and cross it over our body. We just want to put it on the outside of the knee or our thigh, wherever it reaches, And our other hand just sits behind us on the floor. So we stretch up tall and straight, and then we gradually pull ourselves around into our twist. And you might look over to the side, or you might look over behind your shoulder. You don't have to stretch your neck too far. Just have a breath or two here. And then we gently let go and unravel. And then we come over the other side. So the other arm goes across the front this time, the other hand behind. We stretch up tall and gently draw around into our twist again. Taking your neck to wherever it feels comfortable for you. If you need to keep looking straight ahead, that's fine too. Feeling that wringing out, that twisting through the tummy, a gentle stretching of the back. And then gently coming back to the front. Now I'll show you a version that you can do lying down. So Vita's going to come in front of me on the floor so I can demonstrate this one. So come lie on your back. That's it. Is she still in the camera? Yeah, perfect. So we go arms out wide like a T. We're going to keep our legs together and we're going to bend your knees and put your feet flat on the floor. And then gently, 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 we're going to let both knees go over to one side together. That's it. Let them come down. If it's ever too much for kids and they're finding their back feels like it's hurting, you can pop a pillow or something under those knees. And you can look straight up at the roof or you can look away to the opposite hand, so looking away from your knees. See if that feels good for your neck or not. Then we want to rest our body into the floor, let it being soft and heavy. Just taking one more breath here. And then swapping sides. So we bring the knees up and over, and bring the head back up as well. We bring the knees over to the other side and the head over to the other side. That's it. And checking in again, if it ever feels sore for the neck, we can just look straight up. We don't have to twist through the neck. Really encouraging kids to start to notice how their body feels in different moves and giving them the choice of whether they want to stay or they need to adjust it a little bit. Good job, Ollie. Well done, Vita. Do you need to go to the toilet? So the last yoga exercise we're going to have a go at today is our belly breathing or our abdominal breathing. And abdominal breathing is a great way to calm the nervous system. And it also helps kids get into a place where they're able to rest, which obviously helps with their growth and development, and helps with their learning as well. So it's a really good one to keep in mind, maybe as a bit of a brain break during the day, or before or after school to really, help them calm down. All right, so we're going to bring our fingers into a diamond shape. So younger kids might remember doing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and making that shape with their thumb and their index finger. And we're going to put that shape over our belly button. And just rest the other fingers wherever's comfortable. We want the thumb and the index fingers just touching. And then we're going to start breathing and we're going to bring our air all the way down into our belly. See if we can push out our belly so much that the thumbs and the forefingers just come apart. Then as we breathe out, our lungs empty and our belly comes back in and they touch back together again. So we're just flipping them over the other way down. Yep, and having the other fingers flat so that they're flattening out. Perfect, like that. You put yours flat on your tummy all. That's it. So breathing in, our belly stretches out. And then breathing out, the belly gently softens in. And take two more like that. One more in and out of the nose. Great job.
Thanks, Ellie and the girls, for those demonstrations. They were wonderful. I'll definitely be using these in my daily meditation, as well as with the kids in my class. So, Ellie, what have you got starting this year, and how can people get in touch with you?
Yeah, so this term I'm really excited to be starting after-school yoga classes for primary age kids. And it's a bit of a way to help kids de-stress from their day, to get active in a way that is really helpful and healthy for them. And so that will be on Thursday afternoons at 4 o'clock. And if you're interested in that at all, or you're interested in the adult classes that I offer, you can check out My Yoga Well on Facebook. You can go to www.myyogawell.com.au or send me an email at myyogawell@gmail.com. And any of those, and we can have a chat about what I do and how you might like to be involved.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Ali and the girls.
All right, thanks so much.
See you next time.